Hi, Marie.
Hi.
How you going?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. Well, been packing all right?
Yes, I've threw out like 3 bags of stuff on the weekend. I've started putting things up on, like, I found this Facebook page, Free to Good Home. So I've put lots of items on there, and some people have contacted me to come and get them. So I thought, well, if I'm not using it, I might as well go to someone who's going to use it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just dead weight. You're carrying something around you're not using.
That's it, right? Let it go and have some other life. Somebody else.
Lots of clothes to the op shop.
Yeah. Wow.
They're either too big or too small. So I thought, there's no point. I'm not keeping them. They're going. I'll get some new clothes at some other point.
Yeah, that's how I am nowadays. I'm like, you know what, do I hold on to this? Am I going to use it in the next year or so? If I'm not, I think, well, I can always get another one, even if I go to the op shop or get it off the Buy Nothing page. And the way that Spirit works with me now, if I kind of want something and I'm quite adamant I want it, you know, it's turning up in things that are, you know, reasonable, obviously.
Yeah.
I want millions of dollars. That hasn't yet turned up, right? But hey, maybe next week. But yeah, do I really need it, right? Okay. So in those little joy moments and stuff, it's quite nice to go out and look for something and have it turn up and find the right thing, or, you know. Yeah, so I guess I kind of like to view it from a good point of view, that it's a little adventure down the track if I ever need to do that. There is those moments that come where you think, oh, bugger, I could have, you know, I had that, and I got rid of it, kind of thing. But then I like to think, yeah, but it's now living with someone else, having a good time doing whatever it's doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm still go get another one of those, right? And so, yeah. It's just a mindset thing, I think, to let go. But it does represent a lot of our detachment as well. When we're quite detached, we enjoy stuff, but we don't kind of identify that it must be around us all the time, or it doesn't have the same importance to, or, you know, to be needy about it or whatever you want to call it. All right, I've just been letting people in. Here we are. Yeah, I'll give it another couple of minutes and then we'll see where we go. And just wanting to see what viewer I have it on. I've got it on gallery at the moment. I'll move it to speaker. I think that worked last time, so we shall see. Okay. Hi, ladies. I'm just letting people in, not rushing just yet. Raylene had said, oh, there was a little note there. Oh, yeah, I tried to get on, but says you're in another meeting. And that's because I was doing a Zoom for the energy update. So I'll load that up at some point too on my Enlightenment Connection page, because I did one around the 24th and that keeps popping up. And so I was like, in the last couple of days going, okay, you want me to do another energetic report, but that means me having to feel into what is that and let it come through. So anyway, I just did that. That's why I was in progress on another meeting, Raylene. Hi, Alyssa. Elsa, how do I say it?
Elsa, yeah.
Elsa, hi, how are you? Nice to have you with us. Yeah. Good to see us, some new faces. I'm going to get started soon, just waiting to see if there's anyone else in. So how long have you been in the group, Elsa? Have you?
I started, you mean at the Ladies Shed?
Oh, you're from the Ladies Shed? Yeah, no, I meant Awaken Your Enlightenment Connection, but yeah, either, or tell us about yourself.
A couple of months, I think. I started at the Ladies Shed, it was when it was at Joondalup, and I've just kept going. So I do like a crafternoon, I've been to like a tarot thing, and then I went to a naturopath talk the other day.
Nice.
I haven't really engaged with this group. I just joined it, and then I've been working 7 days a week. So
wow, okay. Well, this will be nice to give yourself some time with nice energies, right? Just be in you time and relax.
Sure.
All right, well, I think we might get started in a minute, and if I have to let anyone else in, I will. So what I'm going to do is put you all on mute, if you don't mind, and I will start just letting what wants to come out. What am I doing? I'll just get that on speaker, so that should hopefully put me on as the speaker. Is that right? Not sure. Never mind. It shows up all totally differently on here, but how it works in the actual recording is that usually the speaker is on. Fingers crossed. If not, we're all looking at, well, for me, it's Elsa's face. So we'll see. Okay. And you're welcome to turn your video off, or, you know, whatever, and then in Q&A, turn it back on, however you want to play it. It's all easy. So, right, the subject. This is part 3 of Cultivating Bliss, or Utilising the Light of Bliss. And if you've been following along, you would see that, or if you don't know, but bliss for me is the yellow spectrum. The yellow, or any color spectrum, the colors are infinite. So they're all vibrational basically, but they're not just made up of color. We're talking about energies on high, or highlights as I call them. They are basically just coming in as different themes and different experiences for us. And those are the energies that we create with. Those energies come through us. So that has sound, it has glyphs, it has codes, it has, I don't know, whatever else energy has, right? It has all the mechanics and quantum and what I call magic, life force phenomena that it creates through us. And that energy is our light, and it comes through us specifically. So we have our form, our way, our spirit, our DNA structure that speaks of what that is. And that's all altering and changing as we let more of our own personal light in, or what I would call your facet of source. So this is just a quick explanation of what these lights on high are and what bliss is in general. There are different energies that or different light color hues that we've been connecting to. Now for you, you might just not see it as a color, or feel it as a color, or sense it as a color, or have an impression of a color. For you, it might be a sense of a sound, or a smell, or you have a picture to your mind, whether that's an actual vision picture, or for me, it's an impression. So it's more, I just talk it. But you basically have a vision of something. So I think in one of them that a lot of the ladies found that they were having visions of different types of flowers, but they were all of some sort of yellowing color. Yellowing sounds like it's dying anyway. So this one, Uplighting Ego and Moving with Bliss. So the overall things that I had been given were keeping ourselves in structures that no longer serve, and releasing the body light, and stop killing the path. So let me see where we want to go with this. Sorry, I'm just tuning in. And I hopefully haven't got anyone else that's asked to be admitted and I've missed them. Just checking. No. Okay. All right, so let's talk about ego. So it's a funny sort of, when I say funny, I mean it as not easily explained as to what is ego, because we all can put conditions and programming around what is ego as well. So we sometimes have this false idea that we can't be prideful of what we like, or what we're doing, or feel satisfaction around ourselves and allow ourselves to have pride of place and be put first and honored, because that can be construed as egotistical. What we would say ego is about, it is about connecting to the heart. And when you are coming from your heart, there will be a pride of place for you. You are the creator of your world. You are the center of your reality. So in that way, we're actually saying that ego is something that holds you as a structure, but it in itself has been constructed or reconstructed or added to. So when you get down to your essential light, your essential structure, you are in your pride, yourself, your honoring. You put yourself first. You recognize when something does not suit you or will not work for you. But at the same time, you are in your heart, and you will extract yourself in ways that are strong, but are not necessarily mean or unkind. Okay, if someone construes it as mean or unkind, that is their issue to deal with. That is their stuff that is playing out. So what a lot of what ego can also be seen as is the build up of belief systems, and that's what you're operating and behaving from. So a narcissist is unable to feel their base self. They are very much in the programming, and they are very much in the outer world, and they are very much in looking for the value from others, and then feeling desolate when they don't feel what they want to feel, which is their own satisfaction and their own truth. Enough said on that, because that's another whole ball game. Where we're playing at is about finding that template of self and building it into the nature of who we truly are as a fifth dimensional being, moving away from the blue template and bringing in the yellow template and building that up within us. So we're still carrying some of the 3D template, because that's what we create with. We're still utilizing our chakra system, because we create from that as well. But we have built up all these other structures, and we are utilizing those, switching them on, and they are coming in. So the highlights are doing that as well. The highlights are switching on these energies, switching on these structures, and allowing you to blend and become your own vibrational tune. Okay, what would be your perfect heartbeat? What would be your template of expression, and how it would be most aligned to your natural self, to the plasmic DNA is what we would call it, which resides in the fifth dimension. And that's what you're like bringing back in, what you're coming into. Crystalline is another word for that. So keeping ourselves in structures that no longer serves, part of that is, as we become more aware and as we allow these energies to flow through us, we're actually becoming more conscious, and that consciousness opens up pockets of consciousness within us, opens up various structures, opens up what we would call the body-brain consciousness in all its fullness, but bit by bit. Okay, it can you as a body can only handle so much. You as a human, emotionally and mentally, can only handle so much. So we allow for you to come into your own, as is the right path for you. So what serves you is coming into your truth, knowing yourself, being you once more. What does not serve you is everything that has built up in between, and it becomes a sludge in your system. People who can see auras will see black spots, grey spots, will see different jagged energies, all sorts of things going on. And there is instead of having this lovely sort of theta wave of you as your vibration, there's this all over the place feeling, right? And that actually is what why you can be, I feel great, I'm going on track, and then I'm all over the place, right? And that's a lot of what is coming at us. So as we build our strength and rebuild ourselves, those trigger points aren't there anymore. We're not being poked by someone else's bear, let's say. Releasing the body light is, it's paramount. You need to let yourself come out. A lot of what we've been doing is feeling out there, being expressed from out there, what is happening. I'm constantly, as an empathic being, and by the way, everybody is empathic, it's just those many have shut it down. And then there are those who are empathic in places, but then are feeling that roughness, that sludge, and so forth. And so they can feel super sensitive, but really what they're doing is waking up. And they're then having an awareness that this isn't me and I need to let that go, or I'm not strong enough yet to be around that. I need to build my own personal structure to its ultimate strength and be in my light and let my light lead me and be in the confidence of who I am and allow my heart to confidently pulse out into the world, to let my magnetics be here. So those parts of you that aren't serving will be shut down or dissipated or restructured or alchemized. And those parts of you that are needing to be switched on, lit up, are being enlightened. So this is what's going on. Allowing the body light, going back to that, is part of it. So this is a conscious decision, a mindset that I'm going to let myself breathe, okay? And that breath is seeing the energy of you going out and then feeling it come back in. You are breathing what is out there, and then you are breathing back out what is in you, or what is coming from your source self. And you become part of the pulse of earth. You become part of the pulse of life. In a healthy, harmonious way, in a resonant way, and you are moved to those places and people that are of resonance to you. So it is about slowing down. It is about not being so distracted by the outer world, and it is about being able to say no. So ego isn't something that we need to fear. It is just, it needs to be coming from the clearest point and purity of you. Another way of thinking of energy, of ego, is as the word energy, right? And thinking of it, energy going off or energy going on, right? So on would be in alignment to my loving heart and kindness, in alignment to my integrity and sovereignty, in alignment to my grace, in alignment to my bliss, and so forth. So when you are in bliss, when you are operating from that lovingness and peace, you are a healthy person. You are someone who really enjoys being around people that are uplifting and uplifting people, but you don't get dragged down. You don't get caught up in the dramas. You don't play the games, because that's what ego will do a lot of. It'll manipulate a lot of you. And then you are open to manipulation from other energies and other spirit as well. That is not healthy. That is what we would call thought forms, darkened energies, heavy energies. We don't actually want to go into what it is, because we feel we don't need to be focused heavily on that. Once upon a time, that was the shadow work, right? And shadow is still there. You will still have shadow work to do, but you don't have to be so heavily engrossed in the shadow work with all these new energies available to breathe in and out with you. So they will help you. You also have all these higher energy beings around you, and they are available to be utilized. We also have the new earth realm with all its beings, fairies and all sorts that you might have thought of, who we will come to know more and more. This is the spirit connection that we are opening to. The veils are dropping as we become higher in our light, and we have interaction with those beings. Eventually our worlds will meld, but it's going to take some time. Okay, so right now it's more of an interaction within you. For some, it becomes more around them, but it will only ever be what is most comfortable to you, or what stretches you just that next step out. It will never be something that isn't of your most highest value and what doesn't bring you joy. It may have some ickiness that you know is leaving, but if it is lovingly bringing you forward, you will know that it is coming from a heartfelt energy and from a purity and truth. When you are feeling your own self and you are breathing with these energies, then you are listening to your inner being and your higher dimensional self. You are a part of source, and that source is so much easier to tune into than it used to be, because of all the work that the light workers and grid workers have done to actually create some sort of lift and change to the matrix system and the energies around us from people who are wounded and suffering, who are operating from ego, who are really caught up in the economic machine or the way that life is for them, as far as some sort of drive that is unhealthy and actually disregards others. So let's look at stop killing the path. We actually want to take you through an activation that will align you to stop some of the little triggers that do kill the path. Now, we aren't going to discuss those triggers. What we're going to do is bring through energies that will help you to feel your own self and to switch those triggers down or bring them out so that they can be let go of and released. You have a team with you, each and every one of you who are here now or who are watching later. You will have your own team step in, and those will also have some, let's call them subcontractors, who are there to help and assist in the process as well. So releasing this is not going to hurt you or another. It is something that is going to lift you. So we are in the process of uplighting. Okay, this is the energies on high, and this is the ability you have to really lift and bring the light from a space that you didn't realize was there to shine into the shadow. Okay, so in the way that we're doing this, and all you have to do is keep breathing and be conscious of yourself and what you need and keep coming back to your heart. These energies are doing the work for you. And it's a lot easier, and people are going to be able to tune into themselves a lot quicker. And we feel that you will become the channels that you are meant to be, and you will feel yourself as energetic godness, goodness. Okay, energetic godness, goodness. That's what ego can be as an acronym. What the O stands for, give it whatever you want. Oh my. Okay, so just feeling that love for yourself. And when your ego, or when that shadow steps forward and you feel those voices, or you recognize you're saying horrible things or being mean or sabotaging yourself in some way, just know that, oh, okay, I need a bit more uplighting. Okay, where is the light? What is the light? What are the colors I need? Or just bring me the spectrum, and from it, anything from the rainbow that I need. And ask your team to help you to find your heart and sit with that, and give yourself a little bit of downtime to actually just run the energies. And don't expect to know a whole lot from this, but know that the energy is working through you. And as you grow in this, if you aren't already quite energy feeler, you will come to be more of an energy feeler. And so that can be a state of itchiness and a bit of like agitation, because your body or your ego, your conditioned self, doesn't want to necessarily let that all in. Your body brain consciousness isn't ready to expand into a greater field. So over time it will, but it needs to have a feel. What is this? What does it feel like? Is it for my good? And it needs to adjust to it. And then the body it starts to go, oh, well, this is normal. I breathe, and this is my natural nourishment, to take it in and breathe it out, and take it from source and breathe it out, to listen to the workings and breathe with them and act with them, and just be that spirited person. Okay, so if you want to close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths. Breathing deep, relaxing, letting your body rest. If you need to give it a little shuggle or a wriggle, just do that. Rubbing your hands across your knees, or on your arms, or wherever you feel, your belly. And just saying, thank you, body, for being here. You are my vehicle, and I appreciate you. The deep breaths. We create from and through this vehicle, from source, but through this vehicle. This vehicle is in a natural state. It has all the capacities to uplight and to flow. And it will, again, over time. Thank you, body. We know that you have the capacity. And so our heart will lead the way, feeling the heart, letting the energy of life come through your heart from source, from your facet of source. That energy building, coming into your body. You are the light. You aren't what this world says you are. You aren't what you have been conditioned to believe. You are an unlimited, magnificent energy of life, fulfilling your purpose. I want you to see the bliss building in your body. It's very close. Breathing deeply. You have your source energy flowing from your heart, the light of life. You have the bliss energy, the yellows, the spectrum of yellow coming in close, blending with your heart light, blending with your body. Feeling it release the old. You are here with purpose. In this very moment, as you let the energy of life flow from you and to you, you are being on purpose. You are contributing in your special way. The universe acknowledges that you are here and gives you more space to be the beautiful one that you are, to bring in the love and satisfaction, and to express in life and create and co-create in ways that are fulfilling, in ways that allow you to give of yourself in the love. Because when you are giving you, being natural, you flow with a confidence. You unapologetically say, I am here. And the universe says, yes, you are. Let us put you into a place where we can see more light flow from you. Let us see the satisfaction. Let us see your talents. Let us help you find places for your gifts. Life opens up. And your natural structure, that fifth dimensional vehicle, begins to come online and work with the universal workings to express in ways that Earth has not seen before, to interact in ways it has not experienced, to bring forth new technology in an energetic form. Breathing deeply, allowing the yellow to fill your body. It is doing what it came here to do. As you let go of what no longer serves, from your belly, you can feel an opening. It's opening up, golden. Let that opening grow. Let the energies flow to create a path for your vehicle to walk upon, for the universal workings to come in and meet you, so that the universe can direct your path. Your spirit can feel and know where to go, and you can receive your good by being the goodness that you are, the energy that is you, natural. No one needs to apologize for their love and how it wants to express. We've been told that we must love in certain ways, or what love is and isn't. But when we flow from the golden path and the heart and the source that we are, we will love and give love. We are that light. You are the love light. Let it flow. You don't need to be anything else. If you have any pain or pressure anywhere in your body, send the bliss to that now. Follow the energy of your body and where it needs its bliss. Send the yellow. And let it fill the space. Feel that pain or itch or pressure or wherever it is your body's expressing its want and need. Just follow the energies. Notice what you notice and send the energy there. Notice what you notice and send the energy there. You direct the light. You allow yourself to be. You are the source, the creator, the reality maker. And all you have to do is let light flow through, love flow through. The natural, innate intelligence of life knows what to do. Okay, if you'd like to come back into the room. Okay, how are we all going? Right. Anyone got a question? Raylene, you got a thumbs up there.
Hello.
Hi, Dylan.
Hey. That was beautiful. Oh, very beautiful. Wow, my whole body lit up.
That's good.
It's like the lighthouse.
That's awesome.
It was lovely. The energy was amazing. Oh, as soon as you opened your mouth to start speaking, it was like whammo. So the energy was lovely. Beautiful flow. It was more gentle this week.
Okay, yeah, it's interesting to sort of go, okay, what sort of bliss are we feeling this week? Yeah.
Gentle energy, and the I hope I got it right, but I'll be doing it again, I think, because I sort of felt a bit in my solar plex area. I felt like something wasn't quite right working there, so I might have to do a little bit of work there.
Yeah, it'll take a few times, or and to do it again in your own versions and things, but yeah, definitely working on that body structure and allowing the energy to go where it needs to go, and letting the body get comfortable with it, because what you're learning to do too is flow this energy through you, become part of this natural flow, and that then you begin to manifest even more, create even more, live more towards what suits you, and so forth. So yeah, letting your energy into the world, and so you're altering your framework so that energy can come through you, because it's very high energy and it needs to amalgamate with who you are and what would suit you, and then work with the universal workings. So the energy comes from you, and then it comes back again, and then it goes from you and comes back again. And so it's a conversation that's happening all the time to create your reality and what you need. So yeah, again, bottom line, yeah, do it again. So do it as many times as you need to.
About 4 times.
Mm.
So
And yeah, I mean, I've been doing these energies since 2020 when they first introduced them to me, and yeah, I would just concentrate on one energy for a while, and then they'd introduce me to a new one, and I'd write down what it felt like and what it was and what was happening in my body. And yeah, I came to understand that I just needed to let these energies in. I didn't have to know stuff. Things would show up in my life, and I'd know things when they were needed to know, or whatever. And now I'm flowing these energies again, and I'm kind of upping the game and moving to the next level of what is it that is wanting to build through me. How do these innate energies work with me? And I'm obviously still evolving myself, and physically, definitely, yeah, it's an ongoing trip. The mystic way, it's happening for as long as it takes. So
that's okay. Yeah, it was lovely. Thank you, Megan.
No, you're welcome, Dad. Thanks for turning up and coming along for the ride. Thanks, babe. Anyone else got a question about what I was saying before, which I've long forgotten now, but that's okay, they'll come in. Or want to share anything about their experience? No interactive things today. Everyone's just in their bliss. Oh, we might be finishing early tonight. I've got a slight headache going on here, and they're pointing out that sometimes our body, like I'm opening something up energetically, it's like it's, you know, more little beams of light, right? But our body speaks, it's so conditioned to speak as pain and pressure and, you know, those sorts of things. And so the hardest part for us will be to not jump to a conclusion that, oh God, I've got this splitting headache, and go straight for, you know, oh, I better get some sort of medication, or not anything against medication. But what this is an invitation to open up more to letting the light come through. So initially it feels clunky. Initially your body will be like, what is this? And it's talking to you, right? But it talks in the voice that it has been conditioned to talk to, which is pain, rather than what is pleasure. We block a lot of our pleasure receptors, and well, the opposite of receptor, whatever that is, broadcasting for pleasure broadcasts. Yeah, so the physicality can sometimes be talking as if it was wounded. And what we want you to do is ask inwardly to your heart, what do I need right now? Is there anything else? Now, there's nothing to say that you can't take a medication of some sort or do your usual thing. However, we would recommend that you first ask and see what else is available. You may not have an answer straight away, but, you know, it may be that this time around you don't really get an answer, but the next day you're talking to someone and you say how you had this headache, and they say, oh yeah, well, I use such and such, or I go and have a bath and this does this, or I do whatever. And you go, there's my answer from spirit. Or you see something come up in your social feed, or you feel drawn to go and Google something, or get your cards out, or do whatever that is going to bring that to you. You might feel drawn to stop suddenly and walk into a crystal shop and grab yourself a crystal, and use that next time that this energy is trying to open up and basically move through your body and create flow. It's not all about what we're taking in, it's also what we're putting out. We are this two-way doorway. A constant sort of building system of receiving and communicating outwards and receiving back inwards. So giver and a taker, so to speak. By the way, the headache's gone. So it's just them saying, can you talk about this? Anything else? Nothing else? Oh my gosh, it's an early night for us. All right, beautifuls, I'm going to wind it down then. Just checking in. Have I got anything else? If you have anything come up later that you want to put in, when I put this up, stick it in the comments, or just throw a question up in the group. Or you're most welcome to message me. And that includes people looking at this later, however long from here now, to ask, you know, I felt this or saw this or thought this, and I need a bit of clarification. Can you answer this or that? I'm fine with doing all of that. I believe that we're here to support one another the best we can. And because none of us fully knows exactly what is going on, we really need to be supporting each other through our experiences, and we learn from each other that way. And then also just being available for one another. And if we don't know the answer or we don't have something, that's fine. But you can always guarantee that you'll get an answer somewhere from something. Like, you know, when you open up this way to seeing the world quite spirited, and that this innate intelligence is always speaking to you somehow, your world really does change in how you view it and what's speaking to you. And as I said, you get these flags, things that feel like a guide, and it's like your focus can't be, it's like, what's that? I need to know that. And off you go, kind of your curiosity gets piqued. So yeah. Okay, winding up. Go and rest, be in your bliss, and I shall see you all next time. Love yous.
Megan.
Bye, darlings.
Hey.